A half year has gone since Pochettino was appointed our new Chelsea manager, and it has been definitely ups and downs. We have had multiple heart attacks, especially last game where we faced Luton and they almost scored the 3-3 equalizer towards the end there. So it could have ended in an embarrassment. And now we are looking forward into the new year. And we're starting by playing an OG football club from the Championship, Preston North End, in the famous FA Cup. And what's actually funny to know is that in history, Preston is the first team to win the title as well as the FA Cup. It's like 130 years ago or something, if I can math. That's pretty insane, to be honest. And so we're facing a very old OG team in football history. Now, will they possess any sort of threat? Of course, you can never underestimate your opponent, because then you never know what can happen, especially in the FA Cup. We have seen teams winning against other teams that you never expected. But at the moment, Preston is at 14th place in Championship. They have 5 losses in a row, so they are definitely on a really bad run of form. And they starting with a 4-1-4-1, and they seem to be leaking a lot of goals. And what I can see in their team, I don't think they really have a standout player that we have to watch out for in their attack. But I don't want to jinx it either, because always when I say something, the opposite is happening. But that's what I have tried to look for, what they possess for sort of threat. But I think they're just gonna park a big bus and go on counters, play a naughty football, typical English old-fashioned football, like some teams still playing Championship and League 1, 2, etc. So hopefully we don't see any injuries, and we're going to have to be physical too, because that's something we struggle with against teams that is physical against us. So that's something maybe they're looking into to exploit, as well as set pieces, because we are really poor on set pieces and corners. We're conceding almost 1 goal from that each game. So now I hope Pochettino has had some time to analyze, reassess the games that we had, and come up with a new, not particularly new strategy, but maybe a new way to stop set pieces, corners, how we can reduce the mistakes we're making in possession, how we can continue building chemistry with each other, how can we get the team to be more fluid. Is there something we can do in training now to maybe help the players be more confident in the final third? All that kind of good stuff that I think can help us. And it's a perfect opportunity now to play Preston. Then we're having Middlesbrough in 2 consecutive games, and then we're having Fulham, to really start picking up wins, building up a momentum, to work on those things we have to improve upon, as well as is maybe time and room to experiment a little bit. Now, try something new, see if that will help you, because if you don't try something new, you won't know if that will help you or not. And that can though be all sort of things, like maybe giving an academy guy a chance, maybe putting a player in a different position, as we saw Jackson was operating as a left wing against Luton Town, and he had a really good game. So those sort of stuff could help us and the team overall. But in terms of team news though, we have some bad ones, and the bad ones is that Lavia has apparently suffered a bruised thigh. Gonna be out for 6 weeks, somewhere around there. The guy has played 15 minutes for us in a half year, and he's injured in over 1 month now. Ugo Chukwu is gone for 6 weeks as well, has problem with a hamstring, I believe. Chilwell and Chukwuemeka is though back in training, but I don't think they will be ready for tomorrow. But this is the problem. We have to look at the medical team and the fitness coaches as well. What is going on? How can we stack up so many injuries after injuries? and it's often occurring on the same players as well. If you have noticed, like Colville, Gallagher, Thiago Silva, they are really fit, but they are never injured. You saw Gallagher getting really naughty tackles in the last game against Luton Town, but he is still not injured. He will still be available. So does it have to do that we are just unlucky? Does it have something to do with the medical department or with our physios, fitness coaches, etc.? That's something we have to investigate in, because it's just absolutely criminal how we can have so many injuries time after time, again and again. Now, we might actually be giving a young academy guy an opportunity. Josh Kofi Ashimpong, who is a right back. I think this can be good news. Reece James is injured, Gusto is back, but we still need another right back, because only relying on Gusto and then having the Sass and Gilchrist coming in and being that reserve right back when they are centre backs is not really the way to go, in my opinion. So I'm very happy if we will give Ashimpong a chance. I have no idea what this guy can do and what he's good at, but maybe giving him a chance in these games from the bench or starting him for a one half and see what he can do, because we have given other academy guys a chance in the recent times and they have turned out to play really well for us. So if we can turn to the academy, I think we should do so. So maybe he will get 20 minutes in the second half or something, depending how the game will go. And now in terms of my predicted lineup, I told you that I think we should experiment, but not like overdo it to an extent. It depends how the games is going, but I will go with the 4-3-1 we have seen so far. Petrovic in goal. We got Thiago Silva and Badiashile being centre-back pairing. This is a game now for Badiashile to gain confidence, to rectify what has happened in recent games he has started where it hasn't gone that well. But he is still really good in possession, and I know he has a bright future. So I'm giving him a starting spot next to a veteran or monstro Thiago Silva. As my fullbacks going to be Malagust, of course, Colville, because I had gave up on Matt and we know he will be gone. We know Pochettino won't start him. So unless we turn into someone in the academy, I don't know who that could be though, but I think Colville is going to play there. If Enzo is available, even though he has that hernia problem, if he's available to start, I'm giving him a chance next to Caicedo to see if they can rebuild their partnership. If Enzo can pick up form from last season, I think Preston is a good chance to do so. Otherwise, we have Gallagher starting in pivot, of course. As my winger, Sterling will be back in the starting 11. Madueke on the right hand side. Nothing against Mudryk. If he starts, no problem. But I want to see what Sterling do as well. And I thought he had built decent chemistry with Nkunku. Well, I will experiment by having as a striker. And Cole Palmer will be behind him as a shadow striker. Because I think we're getting out so much more with Cole Palmer in the number 10 role. Because he's so good at attacking the box, making the right timings in terms of runs and making the passes, and he's very good in the press up front too. So Cole Palmer in the number 10 role. If you want to bring on Mihaila Mudryk, Gallagher, Ashimpong, whoever, bring it on if it's going in the right direction. Now let me know what you would change in this lineup. We also have though Gilchrist, I forgot. I have thought he is doing some alright appearances when he is coming in from the bench. So maybe he will start and we see what he can do. Because I don't think we should really look into a new centre back in the market. Because we're having good guys from the academy. We know John Terry is rating Gilchrist highly. So why not give him maybe an opportunity? That's what I'm thinking there. Now, how far can we though go in the FA Cup? I think we should definitely play a very strong team, and we should go for it, of course. We have to see that winning mentality now from Pochettino. Tell the players we have a chance to win this. but he also needs to improve in certain aspects. He needs to improve in his in-game management, and if he doesn't do that, I think we could miss out, and maybe we're going out in the next rounds depending on what's going on. But I think we have great chances to go all the way in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup as well, because we're having couple of key players back now. Our attacking is looking better, but it is those mistakes and other things in our game we have to improve upon. In terms of a score prediction, this is a game where you think it's going to be easy, but I have to remind you guys, we struggle against physical opponents, and if they're getting set pieces, anything can happen, and sometimes we are our biggest own enemies, where we don't convert our chances that we gain. Hopefully Nkunku can fix that in front of the goal, and the other guys, Palmer is in stunning form as well, so he's gonna be a very tricky player for the Preston defense to handle. This is a game we should be going winning 3-4-0. I have a slight feeling it's not going to be that easy, despite Preston being a championship team with 5 losses in a row. So I have a little feeling we might let in a goal, so I'm gonna predict winning with 3-1, but I'm also a bit worried that something scary can be happening, because this is what is the beauty of FA Cup. Anything can happen. You can never underestimate the opponent you're facing. That's it for my prediction, my talking points, my lineup. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. And if you are, of course, brand new here, if you want to be a legend, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, hit the notification bell down below. Social media is in the description as well. We should be going through to the next FA Cup run, and then it's all on. Anything can happen then, and we should be picking up minimum 1 silverware this season. We have the power, capability to do so. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.